Good morning, traders. Hope you had a blessed weekend. Robert, Bob Smith, Stephen, Chad, Robert Pro, Bob Peterson, JC, Stephen, Bob Peterson, Who Loves Lunatic, Picker, Mr. Rodriguez, Broke Joe, Tamimi, and everybody that hasn't typed in the chat, good morning. Looking at the watch list this morning, I see a couple of stocks moving around. Good morning, Francisco, Higher Ground, John L., Dennis. Good morning, Installer Pro. EM, good morning to you. I've been watching FREY bouncing around here this morning. It may be the stronger of the stocks that's been moving around. Good morning, Jeff. I'm ready to buy something after last week's disaster. YouTube going down 2 days on us, Tuesday and Friday. Hope they got the bugs out of it this week. And also ThinkorSwim was blacking out. Kind of hard to trade when you can't trust your trading platform. Make sure your TIF is set on EXT so you can trade pre-market. Good morning, Earbones Studio. So if you're new here, we're watching this momentum indicator. This indicator looks back 30 minutes and scores the stocks according to how they're moving. The lower the number, the less they move. The higher the number, the more they've moved. The volume spike indicator lets us know when buyers and sellers come in, especially if there's a burst of volume, we'll know immediately. If it's going up or down. Over here we have the pullback indicator. Consists of the 5 and 13 EMA. You'll see these spike arrows coming in when this indicator takes off. Lets us know that there's volume coming into these candles. We'll also monitor this last very current candle up here if it's bullish or bearish. If you see a spike over here, immediately your eyes need to go to this current candle bar to see if there's enough volume to get in or out of the stock safely. Over here, we're monitoring the overall volume of this stock to let you know if there's more buyers or sellers in the current volume. That said, we wait on 6 o'clock, see if something pops up. Take a look at the SPY real quick on a 15-minute chart, see which direction it's headed this morning. SPY looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and check out the 15-minute chart real quick. running kind of flat, tells a bigger story. See an HRTC bumping up here. It's a cheaper stock, under $1 at 62 cents. Got about 15 seconds to go. I'm going to keep an eye on Frey here. I think it's going to be one to take off. Only moving pennies, though. Maybe not worth the investment. 84 to 86 to 90. You can see these volume spike indicator is working fine. We're watching for these percentages to rise. That tells us buyers are on board. CAUD moving here. So if you're new here, we like to play pullbacks. We don't chase the first candle. That costs you some money most of the time. We wait for the run up, then a pullback, and I'll be marking out the support and resistance levels as it does that. Once it pulls back down to the lower level, that would be our entry for the next run up. Not really a good stock yet. We need them to be moving more than pennies at a time. This one's got a good run up. We may get a pullback on it. Once this candle quits, like there it's still going. Didn't give me a chance to get in. Has not had a pullback yet. You notice it's strong enough to make the top position in the watch list. We can get this candle to close. I'll mark the top of it and wait on a pullback. Reason we wait on the pullback is when at the top of this candle, that may be the highest run. So we wait to see if more buyers come in. Sometimes you may want to pull the trigger on them. They just keep going. You have to use your better judgment. Okay, that candle closed. See if we get a pullback. Looking like it's just going to keep running. Very strong stock. Buyers are on it. Would have been a risk play if you decided to chase it when it first took off. Of course, you could have got out safely, as strong as it is. Still running up, very strong stock. you're new here and you've never seen activity like this volume spike is kind of like a paid scanner service, except you get multiple choice and it's free. The moment any stock starts moving, we know immediately. No pullback on this one. It's really going. It's a rocket. If you took your chances on it, good luck. There are no halts in pre-market, so it can go wherever it wants. The strongest of the stocks always make it to the top of this list. We are sorted by MOMO, which stands for momentum. Good morning, James, Kenneth, and Skywalker, and Roth, and Dana, and Cody. Looks like we are going to get a pullback at this height. I don't know if we're going to be able to get more out of it or not. Have a little bit of profit takers. That's good. It's not just selling off. You can see that indicator pop in up here that this candle is currently bullish, now bearish, now bullish. We didn't get a strong pullback. It just has too many buyers. It may be a good opportunity here. We'll see. But we may be at the top, so be careful. Such an awful market last week. It's like everybody's ready to strike. Never got a real good pullback on this stock. But that's a good thing. That means the buyers are on top of it. So there may be another rush come in here soon. This is where we would get in if the buyers come back. Or you could have chased it. I don't chase them, but you can if that's your strategy. I'm going to remove the lower line here. Mark this second candle. Looks like they are going to drive it back up to 252. Or maybe not. We're dying off over here on the bullish side. So you'll see me mark these resistance and support levels throughout the trading session this morning. And your entry is always going to be on the bottom line. Normally they don't run up this strong in pre-market. They'll go up a couple of candles, pull back, and then they'll run up a second time even stronger. But this one just took off. You would have had to chase it. Good morning, Eric Hansen. Good morning, Dusty. Double dare you. Skywalker. So if this stock is strong, it's holding the price range down here at the support level. It may run up again later. Or it could just sell off. All depends on if buyers come back into this column. Well, that was a little bit stronger start than we've been having. Yeah, that's why I don't chase them, Dana. You never know. You'd have had to click the mouse button as soon as that spike took off, and then it's a high risk play at that point. At least you took a chance at it. You don't have a line in the water. You don't catch a fish, right? Good job, Installer Pro. It is holding support. You may get a chance to get your money back. Good morning, David Knight. So don't wait on me to say this is the entry point. If you see an entry, you jump on it. A lot of times we don't get a pullback in the second run. Good morning, Coach. Randy P. Good job, Stefan. Just because I'm a pullback player doesn't mean you have to use my strategy. If you've had a strategy for years, stick to it, especially if you've perfected it. Just rely on these spike indicators and these numbers to let you know where your next play is. I'm not here to change the way you trade. I just want to show you my tools and how well they perform. If you like the pullback strategy, I highly suggest it, especially if you're a high volume trader and you like to buy big shares. It's always safe to wait for a pullback for the next run up. It's almost guaranteed profit that way. Just that this one was a strong one. They didn't want to let it die. Everybody wanted to make some money. Good morning, Alfredo. We had a good weekend with subscribers. I think we got 37 to 47, somewhere around there. And I want to thank the Patreon supporters for voluntarily doing their subscription. It's not mandatory. It just helps support the channel, helps me keep things going and paid for. And I thank you very much for your contributions. And thanks to those who are promoting Patreon, getting the word out there. Thank you very much. Thinking subscriptions were a lot higher than the 47 I said, because we got 33 yesterday, and I know there was probably 40 on Saturday. Friday night, another 20 or 30. It could have been 60 to 80. They're catching on. They know we got something good over here. Pretty quiet now in the watch list. Good morning, Hung. God bless you too, Robert Pro. It's all about the lessons, all about the prayer, all about the man upstairs. He's helped me get these things developed. Sometimes I get stuck. It takes prayer to get out of it. It always works. Did get some coding done this weekend. I've got a great new indicator. I'm watching to see if it works in pre-market. It's kind of working. Takes volume to make them work good, and in pre-market you have volume and then you don't. I'll go ahead and stick it up here on the chart just to see how it responds and everybody can see what's going on with it. I'll be testing it all week. Hopefully for a release this coming weekend. So what I've done here, let me watch the watch list first. We may have one taking off here. We do. See if it climbs to the top up here. I think it will. It just fired up. Another one going to run up. Watching this volume, I like to see a lot of volume here. See if that was a pullback there. Usually what happens is buyers will come in, then they'll take profit. Other people will see this rise and they come in and buy it and drive it up even higher. Not looking like a whole lot of buyer interest in it. I'm watching this current volume, this candle here. Is this green bar here? Not seeing a whole lot of buyers coming in. Definitely had some sellers just then. Thank you very much, Lewis. Is greatly appreciated. Seeing another one pop up here. Uh-oh, I clicked the wrong button. Don't need those delays. Cheaper stock, PRSO. Penny stock on the move. Looks like this volume monitor down here, this new indicator is not going to work on pre-market. It doesn't have enough steady volume to give an accurate indication. I guarantee you it's going to work when the market opens. Good morning, Frank, Lesmond, Rob W. I don't think so, Robert. All of these indicators are volume based, and what I did is I took these two indicators here. This is the overall volume of the stock. Let me go to TIVC. Guess I better wait a minute. We may have a pullback right here. Good morning, OT. Looking like the buyers are coming back in. I'm not seeing a spike. There's the spike. It's coming back. I'm not going to buy it. I don't buy these cheaper stocks. It may be one of you do, like penny stocks. We didn't get it. Like to see a strong sell-off before this next run up. We did not get that. Now we're bouncing underneath resistance. Probably not going to go very far. So this is a good way. I can show you what this indicator is doing. I took these two, which lets us know if the overall volume, this means all of the volume in the stock, does it have more buyers or does it have more sellers? So instead of you watching a percentage here on these little indicators, I made it visual. So when this stock took off, this is pre-market, these lines would normally be here. But like I said, I got to have steady volume for it to work. But right here, it's letting you know there was more buyers than sellers visually. And then it started fading off, and you can see the sellers coming in. So as the red line is rising, that means more sellers are coming in. And as the green line is falling, that means the buyers are going away. And I'll do a very specific video when I release this to explain what's happening here. Because just because the lines are going down doesn't mean the price is going down. This is totally volume. So as the volume is declining, both lines will drop, but that does not mean the price will drop. It just means there's less buyers and less sellers. And I'll leave it at that for now. You'll just have to watch how this operates. If you see buyers coming in, you may see this green line turn around and start making its way up. But you may also see the sellers chasing that green line. That means there's a lot of sellers right behind it. No, you probably don't understand it right now, but when I put out a video, it'll be self-explanatory. So you're visually seeing what's happening here in the overall volume. So you can see volume is dying because it's coming down, but the price did not come down. This is not a price direction indicator. It's letting you know what the volume is doing. Good job, Dana. Good morning, John F., Picker, Daniel. I'm doing okay. Raphael, just kind of worried about what's in the future. Have the echo, I guess it's echogram on the 20th. Take another look inside. I guess that's the day they'll make a decision on what they're going to do. The stent's doing fine. I feel back to normal on that surgery. thank you guys for asking. I really appreciate it. If you don't know what we're talking about, I've had some stents put in over the years. I got 5 now. Had one done a few weeks ago. I'm recovered from it. They kind of held back on my update, not to stress me out, but now I have a aneurysm on the aorta, which is not a good thing. I can't do anything. I gotta just rest is all I can do. It's a good thing I have stress-free trading. Of course, I don't ever get stressed when trading. I've been doing it since 1990. You either win or lose, accept it. Robert, they're saying they can go in through the artery and repair it from the inside. If not, then it's the ultimate cut the chest open type surgery, which I'm trying to avoid. The Lord's on my side. I'll leave it in his hands. Looks like TIVC, it somewhat gave us a pullback. I wouldn't call it a pullback. It's been channeling in this zone here. Not enough volume to jump in at this point. No spikes over here. This is one of those, it could be a play. We do have a bullish signal now. I don't think I would chance it. We are at resistance. So if you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkorSwim coder, and I write my own scripts. This one here is the volume spike indicator. It replaced my paid service that I had for $800 a year as a scanner, and works better than a paid scanner. I get multiple choice out of it. This script has taken us a long way. I was able to create these bullish and bearish indicators here for each candle with the same code. Was also able to create this overall volume indicator. Lets us know if there's more sellers or buyers in the overall volume. These arrows are also tied in to this volume spike indicator. It lets us know when the volume's increasing in every candle and it's being driven up or down. This indicator here is watching back. It has the same script, just programmed a little differently. It's watching back 30 minutes for any stock that's moved over the last 30 minutes. It gives them a score depending on how much they move from a smaller number to a higher. So if they start bullish down here and they get stronger and stronger, they crawl up the list to their strongest point would be up here. So as we watch it this morning, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. I'm giving everything away. I'm paying it forward. I like helping people. I've always been a people person. I like to teach you what I know, what I've learned, and what I've programmed to make life a little bit easier for you to do your trading. We have lots of subscribers, new and current, that are making money. Some of them are just learning. We have a lot of investors that are professional investors on board as well. Watch my YouTube videos. You'll see the birth of this thing. I believe there's a video on it. All the way up to current. Each video, whether it's old or new, you'll learn something from it, I assure you. In the description of every video is our Discord. That's where I keep all of the files. It's also free. We post a link to the Discord down below if you're not a subscriber of Discord. I highly encourage you to get on board with us, communicate with other investors. If you're looking for this setup, you'll find it in current setup on Discord. If you don't know how to install these indicators and scripts and labels, watch video number 8 in the how-to videos. It'll walk you right through getting set up. If you run into trouble after watching the videos, you can always post a question in support. If I can't get to you, somebody will. We do have lots of volunteer help. So everybody is the support department. Everybody helps everybody. It's all a big family of investors helping investors. Visit our other Discord channels. We have the Trading Floor with Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stocks, and they post stocks throughout the day when they're available. They post some pretty good stocks. I join them sometimes and post a few myself. Over in our options trader, we have It's Me Bob. He's really good with options. He gives pointers throughout the day and also occasionally holds a live stream when he has enough participants to take you a little bit deeper into options trading. Never trade off of my screen. My screen is sometimes delayed. We've had a few YouTube issues. We've had some ThinkorSwim issues. I think they're getting a little bit better, at least I hope so. We get through this migration period with Schwab and TD Ameritrade. And I thank you for joining us this morning as we wait on this volume spike indicator to start working again. You can notice this one's barely moving. It's down at the bottom of the list. It has a bullish signal. Watching the volume here, it's not real strong. Could just be a few buyers, but it could take off at any time. That's why we watch for bullish or bearish up here. It's all the way down here in the bottom of the list now. Good morning, Harleys. And good morning to everyone who doesn't type in the chat but concentrates on trading. PRSO, you can tell we traded it before. I already have a resistance line here. Probably bouncing around between these two channels. Very cheap stock. I don't play those, but you might. This MOMO is a momentum indicator. It's watching stocks 30 minutes back, and this one is taking off. I'll let y'all watch it while I talk. So this indicator looks 30 minutes back, and MOMO stands for momentum. So if a stock barely moves, it's going to score it, probably starting at around 1 point something. The more buyers come into that stock, the higher up the list it goes, and the higher the score becomes. So you can start clicking down at the bottom and working your way up to see the stocks that are moving in pre-market and after the market opens. I do have a different scan that we use at market open that looks 50 minutes back, and it'll keep a list for you going all day long. We'll turn that one on when the market opens. Skits, absolutely. I love that scan. I watch it all day long. Good morning, Sock P. So this momentum's keeping track for us. We don't have to go searching for stocks. It's going to find everything that moves, even if it moves just a little bit. You saw a new one pop in there. So every morning we come here, fire this machine up, and you fire yours up, and we wait for stocks to come to us. We don't go finding stocks. You can see this volume indicator here. This stock took off with the green candle, and you saw the buyers, which is the green, started climbing. But then you see the sellers was selling off as it was climbing, and it eventually pulled back. So what you want to see here is you want to see this red line, which is the sellers, just kind of lay flat while the green one takes off. That lets you know the buyers are a lot stronger than the sellers. In this case, they were pretty much equal. The sellers were chasing the buyers. Right now, there's more buyers than sellers. You can see the buyers is angling up. The sellers is laying flat. So if the profit takers come in, the sellers, you'll see this red line shoot up above the green one. All it really is, it's a visual of this right here. It's a visual of the buyers and the sellers. Saw the sellers came in right there. It came up to the green line. I think by the end of the week, you'll know exactly what to do with it when I release it. Best thing, it's not a lagging indicator. You can see the buyers, the sellers overtook the buyers. And you could have got out early the moment you saw that red line turn up north. Sock, I'm trading on another screen. I have multiple monitors set up. I do my clicking on the other screen, but I point out over here on the chart where your entries would be, and it's up to you to make your exit. I'm pretty good at it. You'll just have to hang around. When we get a good play, I'll tell you exactly where your entry level will be. I haven't traded yet this morning, ZS. I don't buy cheaper stocks. I'm a high volume trader. I like them to be around $5 to $50. I don't get many of them in pre-market, but when I do see a $2 stock that looks very promising, I will buy it. Double Dare, I don't trade crypto, so I don't know. I would imagine anything that has volume, a steady volume, these indicators should work fine. But if it's a lagging volume, like a few people come in and then it stops, I don't think they would be too accurate. As long as they have steady volume, everything should work fine. Malik, I do sometimes, but sometimes when all the indicators are lined up correctly, I will nail it hard from the start. If I have doubts, yes, I'll take a piece of it, a smaller piece, and work my way up. I have so much trust in this setup, sometimes I just nail them, and it usually works every time. I never get aggressive. I stick with the same plan. If I want 3,000 and I start with 1,000, I'll just add 1,000 each time till I reach that 3,000 shares. I try not to go outside my strategy. I stay with the same format no matter what. It's either you nail it or you have a little bit of doubt and you work your way up. I always have in my mind how many total shares I plan on buying if I'm adding a piece at a time. And I don't exceed the amount that's in my mind. Don't push my luck. Quite a few of y'all come here every day. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When that setup is beautiful, you nail it. If I lose track of shares, I always hit the flatten now button. And I have lost track of shares before. Imputed, they don't have a lesson on trading pre-market. You can find a YouTube video on it. The best way is to come here every morning and watch what we do. That's what most of you have done, and you've caught on really quick. But you come here and watch what we do. Watch me mark out these resistance and support levels. Watch us play the stock candle by candle, and you'll catch on pretty quick. We'll be monitoring these two indicators always. So we don't try to push a play, we wait for a play. Imputed, I'll make you a video after this live stream and I'll stick it up under the how-to videos on how to get set up for pre-market. Won't take me long to do that, and I don't mind doing it at all. You are welcome. You're welcome, Melanie. You guys need to tell me what you need. If I've been trading so long, I don't think that far back sometimes. So if you need a video made, just send me a direct message and I'll get them done. I tend to forget what you really need to know at the very beginning because that was over 30 years ago for me. Most of the time I assume somebody already knows something when they really don't. So you suggesting videos to me in a direct message will let me know what you need to get going. Stefan, I think flatten is get me out of here for the best profit that you can. And if you just need to get out immediately, you hit the flatten now. And you just settle for whatever you get. Thank you, Melanie. Rich, I do. It's over in Discord, how-to videos, number 8. It's not going to tell you how. Oh, I do have this one in there as well. I think it's down at the bottom. How to do a multiple monitor setup. I do have that video in there as well. JC, when you say order flow, are you talking about the price ladder on ThinkorSwim, where the green and the red column is? Double Dare, just send me a direct message that you want to see how to set up the trading screen. Skits, I don't have a 49-inch monitor, but I am running 4 27-inch monitors along with the 17-inch laptop. It's all plugged into a hub that also has a processor that allows me to feed data to that many screens. Rodrigo, you can start buying stocks at 6 a.m. Central Time. I don't know what time zone you are on, but you have to have the right buttons pushed to be able to buy them. I'll make that video later after this stream. Good morning, G. Everything I'm running over here, Adrian, is from Dell. The hub, I believe, was around $600 to tie all the monitors in. My laptop feeds that hub. And from the hub, it feeds the monitors. I tried it with a bunch of adapters, and the adapters were getting very warm. So I had to move over to a hub because I have so much data running. I'm actually running 11 scans, 6 different chart windows, plus this pre-market live stream setup. So all I do is look around to see what I want, what's firing up on all of the monitors. Good morning, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm just kicking back trading, Jimmy. Of course, I haven't traded yet. Melanie, I had to call Dell and tell them what I wanted to do, how many monitors I wanted to run. Once I did that, I left it for them to decide what kind of hub I needed and how much power it needed to have. Adrian, I don't understand your question. Good morning, Big Mike. So 7 o'clock hour is coming up. Maybe somebody will release news. We need to concentrate back on the screen for about 5 minutes or so. If news comes out on a stock at 7 o'clock, you're going to know immediately this volume spike indicator is going to fire up with that stock, and we need to try to make some money. So on Discord, we have a support. If you still have questions, you still need some kind of video made up, post it in support or direct message me your suggestion. About 10 seconds to go here before 7 o'clock. It may take a couple of minutes for that stock to take action. Let's hope we get some news come out on something and we get another play here. It'll take a couple minutes. Give it a couple minutes. They'd have to read the news if news came out, determine if it's good or bad. Usually they can determine that just by the title. Nothing yet for the 7 o'clock hour. Jimmy, that's a new one I've got coming out this weekend. Jimmy, what I've done is I've taken this indicator here and I've made it visual on the chart. So this would be buyers, this would be sellers. This is not the direction of the price up here. This is letting you know there's more buyers than sellers. This is letting you know the volume is increasing if it's going up. It's decreasing if it's going down. It kind of looks like it moves with the price, but it's totally different. This is low volume, high volume, buyers and sellers. So nothing at 7 o'clock so far. Good morning, Big Mike, if I didn't tell you. So you shouldn't be seeing, if you have the right momentum indicator loaded, you shouldn't have any negative marks beside these numbers. And I built this for a black background, so you won't, there is numbers down here, but they're not numbers that you need to see, so I made them black. But if you're showing negative numbers by these numbers and you have the wrong indicator loaded, you've loaded the one for shorting stocks, because there's two of these indicators. One is for buying and one is for selling. So if you're showing negative numbers, you're showing because you loaded the wrong indicator. Good morning, Dupree. God bless. Thank you, JC. I'm trying not to add too many tools here, JC. I haven't even made it to test the ones you sent me already. I'm either trading with my setup, and by the time the trading day's over, it's too late to test the indicators you're sending me. And my on-demand hasn't been working so well since the migration, so my time is limited on testing other indicators. JC, I'm always open for new ideas, so if you feel that I need to look at it, send it. TGL penny stock bouncing around here, nothing important. Malik, I haven't used VWAP in a long time. Occasionally I'll put it on the screen, but I don't find it that reliable. A lot of people say it's the most important thing on their screen, and I can see that to a certain point. Most important thing to me is buyers and sellers, not necessarily a line on the chart. Even these lines, to me, they're there for confirmation only, not for me to judge if I want to enter or exit. It just gives me more information about that stock. I do like to see the separation of these two lines. It tells me the stock is rising, getting very strong the wider this gap becomes between the two moving averages. So yes, it's a tool, it's a confirmation. But this indicator here and this volume and this here is going to tell me, hey, the buyers are here, or they're either coming in or they're leaving. And I use that mostly for when I'm actually in a trade. MBRX making a little pop here. You can see our list is getting a little bit longer. We had 3 when pre-market opened, and it went to 4. So some stocks are waking up. The list is getting a little longer. You can see I clicked on one down here lower in the list, and you can see that little green candle bouncing every now and then. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. Anything that's moving, we want to know about it. Good morning, TJ. So we only had a couple this morning moving around. One of them didn't give us a chance. Some of us made money off of it. List is getting a little longer. Good morning, guys, or gals, or both. Michael, I don't have time for alerts. I'm usually live trading, watching these scanners. I don't care if a stock is down and I want it to get back to a certain price later and set an alert. I never found that very useful. I usually miss the message or the alert. So I monitor live. I do live trading action with these two indicators. If it's not moving right now, I'm not interested. Double Dare, you click it once, it should stay there. You don't ever uncheck it. Thank you for bringing that up, because if you're new here and you loaded this momentum scanner, make sure you, once you get it loaded, right click on the name in the watch list and go to edit formula and make sure this extended hours box is checked. If you don't check it, it won't work properly for you in pre-market. And then I like to click the Momo name. Yours may look like that. If you click the name until the list comes up to the top, then you'll have them in order. Good morning, Pat. When I see something moving, my eyes go immediately to here. I want to know if there's a lot of buyers coming in, if it's moving fast enough for me to get in and get out. If it's just ticking slowly, I don't usually enter. Good morning to you if you're just joining us. Lord, we need a blessing. Give us a stock, please. That sounded like a demand, didn't it? James, there were no updates. In fact, YouTube shut us down on Friday. It froze. Some of their servers went down, I suppose. We ended up calling an early session. We're in the quiet zone. Enjoy your coffee as we wait for stock to pop up. TIVC. Thank you, JC. Little bit of move here. Still bouncing around in that channel. Yeah, it's at resistance. It's probably going to go back down to support. Take a look at the SPY. Things seem to be slowing down a little bit too much here. See where the SPY is headed. You zoom out to 15 minutes. You zoom out even further. So we're kind of dropping slowly, holding its price range here. So it has not risen above Friday's close. Waiting on anything to move. The market's gone quiet on us. If it does move, we'll be the first to know. Currently, no activity. The stock list is getting longer. That doesn't mean we're going to get a play. That just means that this bottom stock here probably just made a little move. Could just be minor like this. But it's watching for volume spikes. If the buyers jump on any of these stocks, we will know. Robert, when you chase, it's win or lose. 50-50 chance. I like greater odds than that. You can see this one's not spiking, but we know it's moving. It's got a number, it has a score. Just that it doesn't have a lot of buyers to trigger this volume spike. I like clicking at the bottom and working my way up to see what's moving. I do that occasionally. Still inching its way up. There's a bullish. Not a very strong one. Marilyn, I'm doing fine. It was a stressful weekend, but I got through it. Got to keep the mind clear, quit thinking about it. So I did some coding over the weekend. This is the coding I did. I actually did 2 of them. Slowly creeping up here. Gus, I'm just testing it this week. If you come here every morning, you'll see it. You'll see what it's doing. You see the buyers outnumbering the sellers. And the price is rising. Just keep in mind, this is not price direction. This is volume increasing or decreasing. It has nothing to do with this. Well, it kind of does, but that's not what you use this for. You're only using it because it's the same as this. It's just a visual of this. So when this says there's more buyers, it's indicated down here visually there's more buyers. I believe these are dead spots because there wasn't enough activity to really trigger it. Or maybe I clicked off of it and then back on it and it missed this data. Still trying to figure it out. I know what I programmed, I just don't know what it's doing yet. That's why I'm testing. You can see the sellers, it popped upwards and this red candle came in. Kind of hard to make sense of it in pre-market. There's not enough really good enough volume to really show you the strong effects of it. Good morning, Pinkney. I think the best part of this is not a lagging indicator. It's live action as it's happening. Just like everything else, everything is live. It's not relying on past history to tell you what's going on. It's telling you what's going to happen in the future or currently. That's where we have an advantage. Good morning, Scott. Thank you for joining us. Melanie, if you're talking about the new one, it's not released yet. It's just under testing. Fun human. We'd have to get into a video chat later for you to explain to me what's going on. I can't just visually guess at what's happening on your end. It could just be the simple selection of a different box to correct your issue, and I don't know what that is unless I'm looking at it. I am testing. I'll be testing this all week. You can see the price is coming down. The sellers is going up. That tells me the sellers are increasing. Double Dare, I have never worked on Wall Street. Everything I know is self-taught. It may appear that way because I have about 33 to 35 years in trading. But no, I've never belonged to a firm anywhere. I'm also a self-taught coder. Good morning, Johnny. Everything I've ever done, if I have to be really interested in it. If I'm not really focused, I just can't keep doing it. But when something makes me really interested, such as trading and indicators and improving my trades, and now improving everybody's trades, I really get fired up on concentrating on new things that to improve what we already have. I know one day I'll probably peak. Everybody does. When that day happens, I'll switch over to just training. Scott, the simplest trading strategy we have is right here on the screen. You have to participate every morning and watch what we do, watch what I do. I'll be explaining as things are happening, what's going on and what you need to do. I will set support and resistance levels like you should be doing. So if you come here every morning, nothing's better than live training. Cheaper stock here bouncing around. So you guys need to make sure you're set up, because I don't play these penny stocks, so I'm not looking out for them in the list. I should, just for your benefit, but sometimes I don't. I'm not really focused on the cheaper ones that I'm not trading. So we monitor the pre-market risers and this all stock scan, and you can find both of those on Discord and TOS scans. This one will have different stocks than this one up here. This one's looking at the overall market. This one's looking at pre-market only. Dana, that's why I have it on here, is so that we can learn the best way to use it. I'm learning it myself. So yes, I did put this section of this label down here visually, but now I'm still figuring out, I guess you could say, how to use it efficiently. I know what it's doing. Now, how do I use it? I do know that just because the lines are going up down here does not necessarily mean the price is going up over here, and vice versa. If it's going down, these could be going up. So right now, Dana, I'm learning what I need to put in the video so that I could explain it where it's understood easily. Like right now, it's not even picking up this stock. That's telling me it's not a pre-market indicator. We have enough pre-market indicators. I would rather this work at market open. Dana, that's true. That's exactly why I like pullbacks. Man, I'm having ThinkorSwim issues again. If your screen goes black, just wait a second. It may come back. Andy, I made a trade Friday. I made 2 trades Friday. Made a total of about 6 trades last week. I don't trade a whole lot. I wait on the A+ setups, and then I hit them hard. I'm not the guy that just jumps because the stock is moving. It has to be perfect for me. This is hard-earned cash. I don't want to lose it by guessing. And you have the day traders that trade 30, 40 stocks a day. I just don't see that being an efficient way to trade. I guess they're grabbing all the pennies and nickels they can. Scott, I do sometimes, but it's not about what I make. It's about what you can make. I know it helps if I post them every now and then, and I do every now and then. Just like I don't live trade in front of you because I don't want you click following me. You don't learn anything that way. You have to learn the setup and play it accordingly. Plus, I don't like facing the SEC by trading in front of people saying buy now, sell now. That's a no-no. That's when you throw fuel on the fire. I've been there. I've faced them before, and back in 1990, I'm not going to do that again. Random. It ain't possible to share all 5 of my screens. If I shared my workspace, you're only going to get the standard ThinkorSwim where the buttons are. That's all it's going to share. It's not going to share the entire thing. But you can go to how-to videos and look at the video. I believe it's the last video, how to set up multiple monitors. It'll tell you how I created this screen, and all it is a bunch of detached windows butting side by side. It's nothing special. Under every window, there's a detach right here, and you can duplicate the window, and it popped up in another monitor. Now I have 2 of these. I can drag this over to another monitor if I wanted. And you can resize them normally like that, where you get the little indicator to move them over. So I just resized 4 different detachments, this one being the chart, and I unchecked Active Trader. It's easy to do. So is the stream frozen again? This is becoming ridiculous. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. Your screen will probably go back for a moment. Black, I mean. Now connecting back. YouTube needs to fix these bugs. Looks like I lost my screen share over in Discord as well. It's back on. So do you see TENX on the screen? Well, it's maybe because the stock ain't moving, what you're seeing. There's no spikes, no list hardly. Do you see this label moving, dancing around? So you should see TENX on the chart, barely moving on the candle. My mouse is circling the high, if you can see that. Do you see my mouse circling the high? I don't know what to do, guys. It's not me. I have a connection. I'm connected like I'm supposed to. Nothing's changed. So I'm still live on Discord, still streaming on Discord. That tells me that it's YouTube and not me. Random vids, go to how-to videos and watch video number 8. It will explain everything to you. So what if one of you clear your data, clear your cache, clear your history, bring it back in and see if that works? Maybe you have too much data in the browser, but I don't see that being so true with it affecting so many. But right now we're looking for answers. So if you're set up with this system, and I know most of you are, if you're not, head over to Discord, get set up. Watch video number 8 and the how-to videos. It'll walk you through the setup. So I'm going to keep on keeping on here. If I see something moving, I'll call out the symbol like TENX. And you'll just have to watch it on your monitor live, which you should be doing anyway. Well, Gregor, that could be. Or maybe they heard me say the Lord. But if it comes to that point, I'll drop YouTube before I drop the Lord. Good morning, Vaughn. So nothing currently moving. It's coming up on 8 o'clock hour two. If you're new here, I take a break for 10 minutes starting at 8 o'clock. Then when I return about 8:25, we'll set up for market open. Hopefully it'll be fixed by then. All we can do is hope. So we made it about an hour and 20 minutes into the live stream, and then the bugs hit. Good morning, Martin. That earnings scan is in TOS scans. I don't know what number it is, but yes, it's there. It's not a sunny day here. It's a rainy day here. It started yesterday, and it's supposed to rain all day today. It's just a light drizzle. It's a welcoming rain, in my opinion. We had a pretty dry summer, so any moisture down here is great. It's like the holy water falling from the sky. SLS moving up a little. It's at 98 cents. Very low volume, no need to jump. Raphael, we've been under that same cloud cover for days. Haven't seen the sun in about 3 days. And I like that as well. JC, I don't have a Mac, so no, I have never tested one. I don't think it's a Windows issue. I don't think it's a Linux issue, because I do use a Linux system as well. I think it's a YouTube issue, and I don't care what kind of computer you have. If it's YouTube, it's going to mess up. This just started recently, like within the last week. Let me send them a message, see if they can pick up on what the issue is. I do have a direct connection to them. That's a good thing. Still in a chat with them, waiting on a response. No stocks are currently moving. Are you guys still frozen? They are asking on the YouTube side, are we still frozen? You should have STNE on the live chart. All right, I'll let them know. EQ is moving on the chart. It's a 61-cent stock, 62 cents. It's only one big green candle. It's at the top of the list. Now it's at number 2. EQ. You're not missing anything. It's just moving. And YouTube says, sorry to hear that. We'll look into it. So I'm waiting on a reply to see if they find anything. He did tell me everything is fine on their end, but I don't think he really knows. That was like a quick response without checking. Walter, that scan for ATR, if you don't know what ATR is, that's the average true range of a stock. Let's say the stock swings up and down $1 per day. So it starts off at 10, goes to 11, back down to 10, goes up to 11. That's an ATR of 1. So you can adjust the ATR value of that scan if you want to find stocks that move with an ATR of 2, which would be $2 or $3 or 50 cents or 25 cents a day. That's what that scan does. I believe the ATR is an average of the past days. It monitors the swing, how far a stock swings. Raphael, we're working on that as well. It takes funding to do that, to get more viewers on Discord. But the issue I have with Discord is I don't get any YouTube credit if everybody's on Discord. However, I do need to up the viewers on Discord to 300. But that's another $500 a year. I'm already up to a couple of grand. Of course, a lot of that was programmer fees. So I'm up to about $500 a year just to have the Discord. Now they want another $500 a year. So I'm kind of waiting on memberships to increase. We'll upgrade as we can afford it. I'm trying not to dig too deep into my pocket with all the surgery stuff I'm going through. I don't know where I'll end up yet. So I got to be cautious at this time of what I spend. If I get to the point I can't run my construction company and the income totally stops for a few months, I have to be prepared. Otherwise, I'd just throw the $500 out there and get it over with, but I have to use caution. Double dare you, I do have a Patreon page on Discord. It's called Voluntary Contributions. Good morning, Old Thumb. Looks like I might not get a break. I'm waiting on YouTube to reply. So I need three usernames that are experiencing this issue. So I know Greg R. Are you experiencing the issue? Chad is experiencing the issue, and Melanie C. He's still in the YouTube chat. He's taking screen names that are frozen. Now he's wanting user links, and I have no idea what that is. So I'm going to post a link. It's a question from YouTube. I hope you guys know how to do this because I have no idea what he's talking about. That's the information he is requesting. You guys know what to do. Post that link in the chat. I don't know why they would need it, but we need to comply if we know what we're doing, if we know what link they're asking. Thank you, Cody. Watch list is dead, so no big issues here. I'm going to let him know that we don't know what he's asking. I want to copy Alfredo's and post it in the chat and see if that's what he's looking for. And our SN is bouncing around. Okay, YouTube saying forget it. He can get by without those links. And he's already escalated up to another level. And they'll be looking into it and they'll inform me by email what they found. So I know some of you are probably still on the stream. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Market Open. I'm going to change this upper watch list to the all stocks. Actually, I'm going to change it over to that new scan. I forgot already. RG Momo 50 minute. There we go. I'm just going to pull this one down. We'll be monitoring the RG 50 minute momentum scan. Okay, they have ended my chat session. I'm going to stay live for those who still get the stream. I guess the only thing I can do is call them out for those of you who are frozen, but they are looking into it. So we have about 2.5 minutes to go before market open. For those of you who aren't frozen, this column's going to get very volatile. I like waiting for the market to calm down and playing the stronger stocks that are left over. I try not to chase green candles at market open, but sometimes the temptation overtakes me, but the rule is don't chase them. I'll be marking out the pullbacks and playing the pullbacks, and I'll call them out as well because I know some of you can't see them. So I'll do the best I can. Just make sure if you're going to attend these live streams, go on over to Discord, sign up, get this system set up on your computer so we're not relying so much on YouTube. JC, you know liars get disciplined too. That's a joke, JC. Let me post a link to Discord. I did it earlier, but I'll post it again. That's the link to Discord. Good luck, everybody. I'll be watching for anything that's moving. I'll call them out as soon as I can. Make sure you put your TIF back on day or you may miss the trade. I'm watching TSN. It's a $47 stock. You may not be interested in it. It is got a big green candle. I may jump in here for a minute. I'm still watching both. I'm watching the columns and I'm watching this stock. I'm waiting for a pullback on TSN. I see RLX is moving. It's a $7 stock. Like there are a bunch of sellers on TSN. Looking over at RLX. RLX has about a half a green candle. It's pulled back half of that candle. Currently at $1.95 and pulling back strongly. This may be a play. Let's see where we end up. Waiting on this red candle to close on RLX. It's pulled back about 10 cents. Actually, it's pulled back a nickel, not 10 cents. So that candle closed and it immediately bounced with the green candle. It's trying to now. It may be a pullback. Nope, it's going to sell off, it looks like. Just make sure you're watching it. Could be just a few more sellers before the run up. It's only pennies, though, not really worth me jumping in. I'm going to give up on that one. It's not performing like expected. CUTR gradually climbing. It's at a high. So far gained a nickel. Looks like the volume is dying in the overall market. Barely have anything in volume spike at this moment. Let me take a quick look at the SPY on another monitor. SPY is falling like a snow slope, dropping drastically. That's why we have no volume spikes. TSN trying to move up. That's that $44, $48 stock I was talking about. I would imagine the SPY is going to pull it back. No spikes in the column. One bearish. Shale, you may need to get out and come back in. That's usually that problem. RLX trying to bounce off the bottom. It's only paying nickels, nothing big. Definitely not a good morning. I'm seeing stocks pulling back, not going up. Haven't seen anything I would pull the trigger on yet this morning. SPY still going down. Still nothing worth buying. I did get it, take a piece of TSN. Going to see where it goes. Not really going anywhere. I'm negative $15, still holding on. I'm going to bail on it. Minus 18. It was worth a shot. Probably should have sat on it. Usually when I get out, that's when they go up. I did catch it at 8-cent spread. I bought it on the down tick, not the up. Doesn't have enough volume, that's why I got out. Now the volume's coming in. I knew I should have sat on it. Not going to chase it now, though. Had I held on, I'd probably be up about $20 now instead of down 18. $20 ain't what I'm looking for. I'm looking for hundreds. There's a big red candle. Probably good I did not get back in. Nothing else happening in the watch list, or I'd let you know. SPY's kind of bouncing on a bottom at 438.77. Which one, Wyatt? YouTube or Discord? Discord is full. Yeah, Discord is full. We're working on that issue. It's another $500. The money you guys donated are going to go to that. All donations go right back into what we're doing. TSN looks like it's going to be a slow crawler to the upside, a very slow crawler. The volume is low. Not really worth buying, in my opinion. I took a shot at it. Cost me $18. I'm good with that. Steadily going up, though. It's tempting. TIBC, I'll pull it up. TIVC, maybe. Good job, old thumb. TIVC selling off to me. TSN still slowly climbing. So TSN at opened at 46, immediately shot to 48. Now it's at 48.66 on very low volume. So it's up about $3. I should have played it at open, but I don't chase the candles. Yeah, Joseph, we tried to control it, tried to fix it. I even went to support. There's nothing we can do until they find the issue. Half of you can view, half of you can't. Best way is get set up on your own system. You can do what I'm doing. It's not that hard. Just monitor the volume spike column and play them accordingly. LIFW is climbing. That one slid under the radar. Was in the all stock scan, which I should be monitoring as well. Right there, first one. LIFW is still going. Did break through resistance. You can see the indicator down here. The buyers are outnumbering the sellers. But you can see the sellers trying to turn up as well. Now they're kind of laying flat, stepping back. They don't want to lose their money. Strong buyers on LIFW. Now pulling back on LIFW. Could pull back to 785. That's a support level. So if it pulls back to 785, which it did, this could be an entry before the next run up if it doesn't continue to sell off. And it looks like the profit takers are taking over. You can see this red line curving up now. These are the sellers down here. This is where you would possibly have an entry, is in this area if it's going to happen, if the buyers come back in. I'm not seeing the green line turn up. Sellers are laying flat. Now down to 734, support level. We could get a bounce here. We have to wait for a green candle to see where we're going to go. See, the sellers are slacking off on this new indicator. I'm not seeing the buyers coming back in. This needs to turn up while this one's turning down. The SPY is headed down, so we may have trouble trying to get this one back up. Still bouncing off that 734. Would be a good 30 or 40 cent play if we can get them to cooperate. Looks like it's inching its way back up to 785, but I'm not seeing it in the indicator here. We are more buyers than sellers. Maybe it just takes that little bit to creep up. SPY's headed back down. Might be over for LIFW. It is holding support at 734. Actually 748 or 9. Kind of bouncing around down there at the bottom. Too unpredictable for me. So LIFW has moved from about 748 to 770. There are some candle wicks on the top. Still trying to go back up to resistance at 785. I think we're just channeling now is what it's going to do. Less buyers come in, and the SPY's probably not going to allow that. Everybody's kind of panicky, waiting to see what's going to happen. I really think LIFW, if it can get a little bit more steam, it may go up. Maybe back up to 825 from where it's at now. So from 776 to 825, pretty good gain. Not real strong, though. Not a lot of buyers in there. TIVC, you say? It's still down there on the bottom, just like LIFW. It's acting the same way. Except LIFW looks a little more promising. At least LIFW is trending up. See you later, Roth. Have a blessed day. CAUD pulling back slightly. So that's going to be resistance there. Let's see if we can pull down to support. I'd like to see it get down to this candle here. LIFW did break through 785. It may go retest 825, but it's doing it on low volume with pullback, so be careful. I'm seeing the sellers coming in. We may cross over the buyers here. We did. So we're probably going to get a pullback on LIFW. And we did. Sellers are taking over. Or they got tired of waiting. They got their little profit here and they took it. Yeah, it's selling off now. LIFW is pulling back. Sellers are dominating. You can see it here in this indicator. And it was showing its weakness here as the volume was declining and the buyers were declining. SPY is pulling back again. Acting like a Monday. Mondays act like Fridays. I'm not liking the activity that we're having this morning. I don't like these really slow crawlers. Not a whole lot of buyers in these stocks. Volume of 37,000. Last one only 58,000. Kind of like get in and hope it goes. Mara, my favorite stock. I need it to get down in the $7 range. Let's go back and look deeper into this. Let's go to 15 minutes. So we are losing, we are descending. Hopefully that $7 comes soon. CAUD running into resistance at 424. Do have strong buyers here, but the sellers are right behind them. Really need these sellers down here somewhere. Rodrigo, I play Mara when it's down at a bottom, and it's been working its way down there for about a week or so. Occasionally it has a bounce for about $1, but I prefer to catch it down at the bottom. You catch it around 7, you might can run it up to 10. See you later, Broke Joe. God bless. You have a good day. SPY moving up slightly with pullbacks. Looking like a no trade day. Well, I did make one trade for minus $18. Good job, Pedro. You stuck in there. I should have stuck in there myself. You shorted it. All right. Even if I'd have stuck in there, I wouldn't have made much. It only went up, I don't know, 15 cents, 10 cents. So a few of you made some money. TENX is still climbing. Looks like it's going to try to retest up here. And it is retesting up here. It's a cheaper stock. This is where your resistance is going to be. So it may not exceed that level. I am seeing the buyers turning up here. And the sellers are laying flat. Sonya, only a few slow crawlers. Not much there on TENX. Looking weaker down here. Sellers are dropping off though. Need this one to turn back up. Good job, Otham. I think TENX may pull back here. I'm not seeing EVA on anything in my charts. Looks promising. This is what you like to see. You like to see the buyers up here and the sellers way down here. Volume's kind of slow on it. Diet soda, always listen to that gut feeling. You know how that goes. If you have doubts, get out. Eva's still going. It's trying to go. It's looking good here. The sellers are increasing, but not by much. We did get a slight turn up here on the buyers. It's kind of unpredictable. Here come the sellers. not a good day to trade, in my opinion. There's not much happening. It's kind of low volume. The SPY is kind of up and down. Don't know which direction it wants to go. It's currently moving up slightly. So I did get a reply from YouTube, and here's what they say. This is just confirmation that I have escalated this to our internal team for further investigation. I have received an update from them just now, and this has been noted as an emerging issue as of the moment. We apologize for the inconvenience this may have caused you. We know that it's crucial and that all the viewers are able to view my content in real time. They're continually monitoring the issue. So it is on their end. They just don't know where. SPY is definitely down again. So this indicator definitely tells the story. You saw the buyers slack off, the sellers coming in. Now they're pretty much equal, and we're just laying flat up here. We need the whole market to get some traction. We had a few subscribers make some money. That's a good thing. TENX still bouncing below resistance. PIVC still bouncing below resistance. RIOV no volume. We're getting a very short list under momentum. We're down to 3 stocks. Does that tell you we have a negative market going on? That's ridiculous. 2 stocks. It's like all the investors are starting to sit on their hands. When this momentum list is that short, we got troubles. Good morning, George P. Mario. I'll take a look at TSEM. No volume on this stock whatsoever. Good morning, Jim Smith. Looking good on here for low volume. I can't wait to see if we have regular volume, how it responds. I'm sure the movement will be a lot faster than what we're seeing currently. So you can see the sellers went flat here, the buyers came in, the stock started rising. Just a matter of how do you read it is what we're learning. Thank you, John. I'll take all the prayers I can get at this time. But I'm doing pretty good. I don't know my issues. I don't feel my issues. I just know I have an issue. But my wife's been telling me that for 47 years, so I guess it all matches. It came true. Pat, we have a frozen YouTube on half of the viewers. We don't know why. YouTube is working on it. Buyers going down. Sellers going down, buyers going up. Everything kind of just crawling around. Me too, Pat. I've been paying them for a few years now. Good morning, Flo. Good to see you, or good to hear you. Good to see your typing, Flo. TSEM still going up. Look at the buyers. Sellers. Buyers are above the sellers. Steadily crawling up, as indicated by here. I think the Dominator is going to have some benefits. We just need to run it for a week. Get focused on it, what it's doing. Sellers came in strong for a second. Pat, I watch more YouTube than I watch TV. I'm an outdoors guy. I watch people hand gliding, mountain climbing, fishing, motorcycling. I like exciting news, not depressing news. So I'll watch YouTube of my choice. John, it does not. Everything I got is streaming live. We're actually only monitoring the first candle on everything. On every indicator, we're monitoring the first candle, except for this one is looking back 30 minutes. Everything else functioning live. So weighted volume doesn't play a role in these indicators. And I'm assuming you meant these scanners, not the scans in TOS scans. I thought so. Now you can see the sellers are trying to take over the buyers. This will probably pull back if they do. But I don't know how accurate it is with this low of a volume. That's the question. It appears to be. So I have about 3 minutes before I end the live stream. I'm glad a few of you made some money this morning. I lost $18. I'll continue trading, probably make up that $18. If we can get the market to turn around later today, I'll give it another shot. I appreciate everyone who joined this morning. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, please do so. Watch the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing here, and let them know that you're learning something. That's a link to the YouTube. Subscribe for me. That's my only source of income unless you voluntarily make a donation on Discord, which is greatly appreciated. If you don't have the link to the Discord, I'll post it as well. We'd love to have you on board. Come join us. Once you learn, you'll be a teacher as well. That's how good I want you to learn it. I want you to replace me. You can do that. You'll be really happy. Well, always have fun in the live streams when YouTube doesn't mess up. I'm sure they'll find the issue. They're good about that. Come sit here every morning with us at 6 a.m. Central Time till 9:30. You'll see how this system works. It's a really good one. I encourage you to load it on your screen. Come and trade with us in the mornings. Learn how these indicators work, how responsive they are, and you can be profitable once you hang on and learn it. It's always my pleasure to teach other investors that are struggling. We've had quite a few of them that we've got trading again. And to teach the new investors how to get started. I'll get those couple of videos made this morning, how to set up for pre-market. And I don't remember the other one. Hopefully you sent me a direct message as I suggested so you can remind me. So give me some subjects that you need on a new video, something if you're a beginner and you don't understand, and I'll try to get a video together on it, get it posted, and how-to videos to help you get going. Thank you to everyone who participated this morning. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. And as always, have a blessed day. God bless. I'm out of here.